Hey guys, I am Nicole, the maker behind Things Made by Strings. I am here today to do a video on how to string this rainbow string art. This rainbow string art does come as a do-it-yourself kit. If you have not purchased the kit already, you can do so by clicking the link in the description box, which will take you to my Etsy account where you can find this kit, and you can also find other fun do-it-yourself kits. So when you order the Do-It-Yourself Rainbow String Art Kit, you will receive a completed pre-nailed board, as well as all the string you need to complete the design, and also written step-by-step instructions for how to complete it. You will also receive a picture of the completed design, and this can be used as a great reference guide to walk you through where the different colors go, more of a visual so you can see the completed design. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with the red stripe. That's the first thing we're going to do of the rainbow. One thing I would like to say before we start is I will be fast forwarding through some parts of the video just to keep it short. So feel free to pause the video and then press play when you are ready to continue on. I will just be fast forwarding like after I give you guys the instruction on what to do, like the stringing, just so that way it is short. All right, so here we go. We're gonna start with the red string. Okay, so we are going to start with the red of the rainbow. So the first thing we're going to do is take our red string and we're gonna tie it so we have a little loop right there. And then we're just gonna put that on any nail on the outer edge of the rainbow. So I'm just gonna tie it right here. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a second tie. So I'm gonna take it and do a loop. So I have a loop right there and a tail right there. And we're gonna pull that tail through the loop, keeping our middle finger on the nail. And we're just gonna pull it nice and tight. And then we're going to take our scissors and we're going to cut off this excess string, leaving just a little tail right there. And that little tail will be covered once we start stringing it. So once we have our string tied off, the next step is to outline the outside of the portion that we're doing of the design. So we're on this top arc of the rainbow. So I'm going to outline the outside between the nails. So I'm making it down to the cloud, and then I'm gonna go up and do the inside part of it. And even though this arc is eventually going to be a different color, I'm still gonna put the red here, so that way I know where I am stringing the red string. So we're gonna do this all the way to the end. Then we're gonna go back up this side, and we're gonna do it until we get back to the nail that we started on. So all the way over. And then we are back on the nail that we started on. So the next step that we're going to do is we're gonna string the inside between where we outlined. So you can do that in really any random pattern that you would like until you feel like you are satisfied with how much your portion of this string art is filled in. So this would be a great time to pause. I am going to fast forward while I finish stringing this part, and then I will come back and we will do the outline. So when you are all done stringing the inside of this portion, go ahead and hit play and we will move on to the next part. All right, so I am almost completed with stringing this, and one thing I wanted to tell you guys is before we start the outline, I want you guys to end on this end nail right here. So the very last nail on the outside of the rainbow, because then we're going to do the double outline, which I will walk you guys through. But for that double outline, we are only going to do it on the outside arc of the rainbow. So we're only gonna do it around these nails right here. We're not gonna worry about the inside, because those nails will be double outlined when we do the next color, which is orange. So I'm gonna walk you guys through how to do the double outline. So we have already outlined the outside between the nails. We did that when we outlined the entire outside to get our base point for stringing. So now we want to outline a line on the inside between the nails and then an X in the middle. So I'm on my ending nail right here, and we are going to do a line on the inside between the nails. And then we're gonna do an X in the middle and then wrap your string around. So we'll do that all the way around. So we're gonna do a line on the inside and then an X in the middle. And just continue to do that until we get to the other side of our arc of the rainbow. So it's a line on the inside and an X in the middle. I'm gonna put this down now and continue to do it all the way around. So we're gonna do it till we get to this nail, the outside, the last nail on the outside. All right, so I'm almost there. I have one more. So now that we have ended on this nail over here, we are going to tie off our red string. So we are done with the red string. So how we're gonna tie off is I have my string that's still long. We are gonna cut that to be 3 to 4 inches long. So I'm just gonna take my scissors and cut it so it is about 3 to 4 inches long. Then we are going to, I'm actually gonna turn it so I have better room. We are going to, from this last nail, we're gonna loop the string around the nail. So we have our loop and our tail, and my middle finger is staying on the nail, and we're just gonna pull that tail through the loop, and we're gonna pull it tight. And then we're gonna do that one more time. So we're gonna loop the string around the nail, holding it with our middle finger. We have our loop right here and our tail right here. We're gonna pull that tail through the loop. Just pull it tight. Then you are going to take your scissors and cut the excess string off and just kind of wrap that tail in there. So that is the red portion. And then we're gonna move on to the next color, which if we look at our picture, is going to be orange. So we're gonna do the same thing, same steps with the orange. We're going to tie it using just a loop in the string. You can really do any nail. And then we're gonna do that loop and tail. So again, middle finger on the nail. We have our loop and our tail, and we're just gonna pull that through, and we're gonna cut off our excess string. And we're gonna outline the outside between the nails to give us our kind of outline for where we're going to string the orange string. So also, if you need to push down the red string to kind of give you more room on that nail, sometimes it tends to like ride up towards the base of the nail, and then we just push it down so that way we can get our extra space. All right, so my design is all outlined. You can see the orange outline. So we're just gonna string between the where we outlined, and this is also a good time to pause and come back when you are all done and ready to do the double outline, which I will walk you through again. All right, so I have finished stringing my orange string. I'm actually on this nail over here. So we're going to do the double outline like we did with the red. So we already did the line on the outside when we did the outline for this section. So now we're just gonna do that line on the inside and the X in the middle. And when you do this section, we are only going to do the the upper arc of this section. We don't need to do the inside of it because that will be covered with the next colored string. So we're just going to, again, work on this outside arc of the rainbow. So we're gonna start, I'm on this nail right here. You can kind of see my string. We're gonna do a line on the inside and then that X in the middle. And we're gonna do that all the way around. Okay, so I have finished doing my outline. I am on this nail over here, and we are going to tie it off with the same way that we did the red, where we're gonna cut our string, leaving 3 to 4 inches. So I'm over here, and again, I'm on this nail. I'm gonna turn my board so that way I have better direction. And then we are going to do the loop and tail. So I'm gonna wrap my string around the nail. So now I have my loop. You can see my big loop right here. And I have my tail. We're just gonna pull that tail through the loop, keeping our middle finger on the nail so the string does not slip off. And we're gonna do that one more time. So we have our loop right here and our tail right here. We're just gonna pull that through. Then we're gonna cut off the string, leaving a little tail. And again, that will get tucked into the rainbow. Okay, so the next section, according to our picture, is the yellow string. So that's gonna go on this arc right under the orange string. So we're gonna kind of do the same thing. It is a repeating process for the whole rainbow until we get to the clouds. So we're gonna loop our string and tie it onto any nail using that double knot loop and tail. We're gonna cut it off. We're gonna outline the outside of the design. Then we're going to do the stringing in the middle and the double outline. So I am gonna kind of fast forward through this yellow section just because it is a repeat of the orange and red sections. So go ahead and pause the video if you need to and come back and I will walk you through the next section of the rainbow, which will be, I believe, green. Okay, so I have finished the yellow section and now we are going to move on to the fourth arc, which is going to be green. So we are going to follow the same steps. We're going to tie our string on, outline the outside of it, and then string in the middle and do the double outline. Again, I am going to speed this video up, so feel free to pause and come back when you are done with the green and we will move on to the next color. Okay, so the next section, now that we finished the green, is we are going to move on to the blue. So we're gonna follow the same steps and we're gonna do this on to the second to last arch of the rainbow. We're gonna tie our string on using that double knot, outline the outside of it, string in the middle, do the double outline just on the top arch, and then cut it off using our double knot. So follow along as I complete the blue section. Feel free to come back, pause and then come back as needed in order to complete this section. And then we'll complete our final arc of the rainbow, which is the purple. All right, we are on our final section of the purple. So we are going to do this last little part right here of the rainbow with the purple string. Well, I should say our second to last step, because then we gotta do the clouds, but those are same thing, just white and a different shape. So we're tying it on using that double knot with that loop and tail. We're gonna outline the outside of this section. And then there is a little bit of a difference because this is the last section. There won't be any string to cover up this little arch right here. So we are going to double outline all the way around after we string the inside of the design. So we're doing our outline on the outside. And then we're gonna string the middle, which again, I am going to fast forward, so feel free to pause and then come back and I will walk you through how we're going to outline this section. So pause and play it when you are done stringing the inside. Okay, so I have finished stringing the inside of the purple section, and now for the double outline of this section, it really doesn't matter what nail you start on because we're gonna go around the entire thing. So I am actually on this nail right here, kind of in the middle. So I'm gonna start on that nail and I'm gonna work my way this way and then come around and then work my way around and then come back, and I'm not gonna be done doing the double outline until I get back to the nail that I started on. So it's the same process of the line on the inside and the X in the middle, but we're just doing all the way around the arch instead of just the top section of it. So again, I'm gonna work my way all the way around. You can even do, so this section right here will be covered by white with the cloud. So you can still just go ahead and outline that section so that way you just work your way all the way around. Then we're doing the bottom portion of it. And it's again, the same thing over here. These two nails will be covered by the white string when we do that. So we're just gonna outline it anyways, so that way we can get back to the nail that we started on. Then once we're back there, which for me, it was this nail. Sorry, I have to push the string down a little bit. So once we are back on this nail that we started on, we are going to tie it off using the same way, cutting the string 3 to 4 inches, and then doing that loop and tail double knot. So I'm just gonna do it, and then we're gonna pull it tight and cut that string, leaving a little tail. And again, you can just kind of like tuck that in there. So now we're gonna move on to the white clouds. So this is actually the final section of our rainbow. So we're gonna take our white string. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna tie it onto any nail really in the cloud. So we're gonna tie it on. And then once we get it tied on and we cut our tail off, we are going to do the same thing, and we're gonna outline the outside section of the cloud. Again, you might have to push these different color strings down just to give you more room on the nail for the white string. So once we get back to the nail that we started on with the outlining, we're gonna do the stringing on the inside, and I will fast forward through that. So pause the video and come back when you are all done stringing the inside, and we will do the outline together. All right, so I am done stringing the inside of my cloud section. So now we're going to do that line on the inside, X in the middle. We already did our line on the outside when we did the outline. So we're gonna do this all the way around until you get back onto the nail that you started on. So kind of with the purple, how we did it all the way around, we're gonna do that again with the white. So I am actually over here on this nail. So I am going to start doing the line on the inside and the X in the middle. So we're gonna do that all the way around the cloud. All right, so I'm gonna stop fast forwarding because I am almost back to the nail that I had started on. Just having a little difficulty with this one. So we're gonna tie it off the same way. So I'm back onto the nail that I started on. We're gonna cut our string 3 to 4 inches long. So I have my string right there, and we're gonna do that loop and tail to tie off our string. So again, we wrap it around, we have our loop, which there, and our tail, and keep your middle finger on the string or on the nail to pull it tight. And then we're going to cut off that excess string. So we have one cloud done. We're gonna do the same thing for this other cloud. We're going to tie the string onto any nail, outline the outside between the nails, and then string in the middle, and then do the double outline all the way around the design. right, you guys, I'm gonna stop fast forwarding just because we're almost done. I am completing my double outline on this nail. I have already cut my string to be 3 to 4 inches long, and I'm just going to tie it off. All right, you guys have done it. You've completed your rainbow string art kit. If you guys have any questions after watching this video, please feel free to comment below with your questions or message me on Instagram and Facebook. Those are great places to find me to be able to get some more tips or tricks with this string art. If you are interested in finding other do-it-yourself kits, you can do so on Instagram, Facebook, or Etsy. I will drop the links in the description box. So please feel free to message me again if you have any questions, and great job completing this today.